la media nos dice, lo que la escuela nos dice, te hacen formar ideas que no son ciertas, sadly. Porque neta yo ahí pensé muy diferente.
Te cambió tu perspectiva.
Porque, no, ¿sabes qué me enseñaron también mucho?
Struggling, and honestly, like, once you qualify, for example, for help on medical, help on food stamps, or help on welfare, those parents, even though they're struggling, sometimes they get offered a better job and they're paying them $2, and they're like, with $2, I'm gonna lose all of this. I'm gonna have to help pay all of this, and I'm not gonna afford it.
Motivaría a todas esas marcas. Ahora les pongo like algo motivacional. Like, I know that everyone is something different, and I know some people won't agree with it, pero que le hace like they're prisoners. Digo, poniéndolos locos, ¿no? Se los pongo en las bocinas. Ahora le van a escuchar esto, a ver si esto les ayuda en caridad de Dios.
Good morning, sunshines! Wake up! It's another beautiful day here.
Let's go work out
in Albuquerque. It would be that actually in schools, you would have more like psychological help for the kids, like maybe like a little 15-20 minutes
session.
like having more like psychologists on campus to teach the kids, oh, this is an emotion, you're feeling anger, this is a way to process an emotion. Well, you know what, let's get a little, I used to do this with my son.
But you're right, Lupita. I think everything starts from the bottom. Because también iba a decir del crimen. How do you stop crime? But you're right, desde chiquitos.
Es que empieza de abajo. O sea, if you don't focus of the foundation of the family, if you don't address the issues, if that mom, that parent doesn't have time to spend with their kids because they're working 4 jobs to pay their house, that kid is growing there by itself.
The streets.
Like, that kid is going on the streets. Like, kids should be able to, whenever they get out of school, be able to go home and enjoy a warm meal.
Sí, in the last census. There you go.
Every 10 years.
Is that every 10 years?
The census is every 10 years. Sí, mira, holy shetos. Son billones. Son 331,000 billones, 449, 281.
No más en Estados Unidos.
Hello. Hi. Yes. Are you ready? The presidential debate is about to start. Stay tuned. In 3, 2, 1, start! Hi guys! Hello! Welcome everyone to Compartiendo
Mitote, and today we are gonna be
presidential debate. So we are doing our presidential debate with
Adilene and
Lupita, but candidate Miramontes and candidate Ramos.
That sounds weird.
Yes. I can't, the politicians. But bringing up that we are on a election year.
Yep.
We I feel like a lot of the politicians don't really address the things and situations that we go through as regular citizens. And for that reason, we're doing a presidential debate.
We're so excited, can you tell? Me and Lupita were been getting like good idea, pop, pop, you know, we're like, let's dress up again. Like,
Yeah.
we're like in this costume
No,
stuff.
ya nos gustó eso del dress up, yes.
Andamos hasta de healed look.
No, see, we got everything out. We're like, oh yes, we are doing this. This is fun.
This is fun. Le digo, Lupita, what would you do if you're president? Like, what would you change? And we have a lot of ideas. Lupita said that I'm going to be mad, so let's see how this goes.
I feel like you're
scared.
gonna be really mad. What's the topic that you want to start off?
I think one very hard right now is the homelessness. Like,
Okay.
especially here in Albuquerque. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that's a real issue.
Okay, so
How do you solve it?
the homeless right now being a real issue, what would be the way you would address it?
I know it's an issue, but I really don't know how to fix it. Because I understand, I know, like right now they have vultures, and I understand sometimes, I don't know, like people are in a hard situation, y pues financially maybe no pueden pagar una renta, no pueden, they can't keep a stable job. Maybe, I don't know, there's drug addictions, there's mental health, there's, what else? Well, yeah, like stuff like that. And I understand, like, we can all, podemos todos en cualquier momento caer en algo así, and I understand. But a lot of people that are getting those vouchers, I've heard, I don't know, I haven't seen this like in person. They're getting vouchers and well, ya les pagan la renta, pero después están con alguien que sí trabaja y los vecinos meten a todos los drogaditos ahí adentro, pues se quedan todos juntos haciendo drogas ahí y pues eso tampoco está bien.
Okay, so
What do you
the
think?
homeless right now is an issue.
Yes, it's a big
And
issue.
there's many factors that contributes to the person being homeless, right?
Yes.
As you said, the drugs, the crime, the poverty, the mental illness, the lack of knowledge. But honestly, y me va a querer matar.
Échale.
honestly, the lack of your politicians not caring for them, okay? Because we have in the streets veterans that have gone and out there for their country.
Oh, I have
And
to that.
they come back, they have PTSD. As if I was to go over there, I would probably be PTSD. And of course, you want to refugiarte on something, right?
Sí,
Something.
alcohol or something.
Alcohol, drug, whatever, because you are going through that. But there's no help, social, like emotional, like there's no mental
Support.
help. So first of
No.
all, you're looking at the fact that there's no mental health. But something that you need to work more is have more options on mental health. Address the issues.
De la
Issues start coming when they're little. You know, ahora sí me va a querer ahorcar. Because yes, they're homeless. Yes, there's drugs. Okay. What did that kid saw in their home? That you're gonna tell me that kid went to school, and when that kid went through school, I'm so sure that the school had called CYFD. I'm sure that kid went to the doctor and the school CYFD. But what comes out to the law, not really being the law. And for some reason, they always end up with their parents, even though they've been doing so many bad things for them. Terminan ahí. So I just don't understand that
How?
you are supposed to protect
the children.
your citizens.
Especially-
the future is those children, but you don't protect them.
Or like
You
the
cover
vulnerable.
them.
Sí.
Yeah, you cover the things. Like that's what you do. You just put band-aid.
But then, Lupita, we come back to this too. Well, yeah, I understand your point. It's true. Because, ya ves como el caso de aquí, bien
Oh, de
triste.
Victoria.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Victoria Marines.
Oh yeah, no, that's
But I tell Lupita this too, because I don't know, like where we worked at, I saw a lot of people who were foster parents. And I know it's good money. And I know people sometimes, uno hace un trabajo por el dinero, porque no tanto que te guste, sino que pues haces buen dinero, ¿verdad? Entonces hay mucha gente que they take those kind of jobs and they take care of these kids who are fostered and they don't
do
get
horrible things to them too.
yeah, it's sometimes
don't
even
even treat
honestly
them good.
it's even worse than the parents. Like sometimes está hasta peor.
Yeah.
Sí, porque le digo a Lupita, like, en vez está peor. Porque allí, honestly, guys, I saw a lot of them that you could tell when the foster parents were really treating them well. You can see it in the child. Porque andaban contentos. Te dicen, ay, like, they're platicadores. Andan bien peinaditos, bien arregladitos, todo. Yo sé que en veces maybe las apariencias engañan, ¿verdad? Pero, like, se ven contentos. Y los que veían que, like, you didn't probably taken care of them like they should have, they seem sad.
Yeah, well, you can see in the child when the child is being treated like correctly, they seem happy, they look happy. Now, another point addressing back the homeless is, yeah, they're homeless. Okay, we have the situation that we're not having enough mental support. Okay, but we don't even have job support. Like, because you know what?
That's another thing.
Yeah, those persons are on the streets. They're being bad, whatever, but we don't have an actual system that gets them back into society. No, we throw them out there so they commit crime, so you guys can go to jail, so you guys can keep coming to jail, because that's the way we get money. Because I'm sorry, that's just what it's happening.
It's true. Yeah, that's the way you make money. Le digo a Lupita, like, I work at the court. I see it all the time. Like, people keep coming back, and sometimes the judges los regañan un poco. Like, les dicen, like, no, like, honestly, en vez de fuera como la abuelita regañando, like, grandson, like, you better not be here back. Like, I don't want to see you again. Like, les dicen, pero pues no, sadly, como dice Lupita, like, they keep coming back because they can't get a job. Like, I know there was something that passed, no, where on the first time you apply, like, no te chequean, pero ya el segundo, yeah, like, the next step after the interview, then they start checking or something like that. I know they changed something like this recently because of that, pero it's still not working because people are still committing crimes.
Yeah, like, but there's, like, not an actual system to get them back into society,
To
you know? And now, I mean, it's something that I'm, like, really honest of this because I've seen so many things about us as society not even treating the other person with respect and with care. We have said it before, but just because they're homeless doesn't make you any better than them. You have no right to hurt no one under any circumstance because of what emotion you're going through or what is, like, things that are, whatever you're stressing about. Like, you cannot go and hurt someone else. And those people are over there on the streets, they're being vulnerable. A lot of this women or girls you see on the streets, pues prostituyéndose, right? But yeah, like,
it's
sometimes
sad.
You hear their stories and it's like, I was raped at this age. This happened by my family member. So it's what they learn as, like, that's normal, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have enough support as society, and we don't generate that support to actually care for that community.
It's because they don't really care about us. Sorry to say, like, I wish, honestly, I'm being very truthful. Like, neta, ahora, like, all these commercials I keep hearing on YouTube, I'm like, you all don't care about us. Like, stuff, you know, instead of addressing these issues that we have, they just bash the other one. No, this one did this. No, this one said this. I'm like, who the hell cares about that? I don't care about what you're going to do to fix all these issues. And no, sí, como no hace nada, o dicen y no hace nada.
Yeah. Because honestly, like, that's like the first situation right there that should be addressed. I honestly, I do not think that those people, those veterans, should be on the streets suffering when they have done so much for their country. I have a
question on that though. You know what? I see this TikToker. I want to empezar con mi TikTok. She's in the army. I think I've showed you to her antes. Se acaba de mover con el esposo para atrás en Arizona. Y le preguntaron esta misma pregunta. Le dijo, ¿por qué siendo del Army hay tanta gente que no les ayudan? Dijo, sí, les ayudan. Nomás que en veces ellos niegan la ayuda. So I was like, porque me aventó. Pues dije, pues es que ella como está ahí, me vas a defender en lo que tienes o en lo que trabajas, o lo que sea. Pero ella dijo que sí les ayudan. Pero que hay gente que en su tiempo, cuando deben de decir que sí, no lo dicen, pues ya después de like, dijiste que no.
See, but that's something that should be changed. Like, okay, at that time you consider like you didn't need the help, but you know what? How they do those contracts, like any time that you need the help, you should be able to come back and say, I need this help. And you should be able to get helped on that. You know what I mean? Like,
sí, de cambiar de opinión porque we all change.
Like, I do not know, like, but I imagine that a person that goes to a trauma, like a war or an invasion or whatever, like
or
all the things
people
that they see, like maybe they create PTSD right in the like right on scene, or maybe later, or maybe months later, or maybe years later. But like something else that has like honestly like broke my heart is when I have seen these veterans without legs because what had happened over there, and they have been amputated, and now they're just here thrown away. Why? Because like
aquí me vas a matar tú. They wanted to go to the army. I'm sorry. No, I know that sometimes no siempre pasa así. Es que a veces yo pienso solo, le digo, pues, ¿quién los trae allá? Pero digo, bueno, es que también unos sí fueron forzados cuando pasó lo que pasó, porque eres ciudadana, órale, tienes que irte a la guerra. And you're like, what? Like, I don't want to go to war. Yeah, like that, I understand. Some of them were forced.
But as the president, you understand that you need to have an army, right?
Sí. Pero no vamos a ir a guerra. please. Aprendan todo lo que quieran. Like, lo que quieran, o sea, like, spice is okay. Porque eso you need to know what if they're thinking about attacking us. O sea, that, ahí sí, pero no, don't kill these innocent people. Es like, no, yo la verdad no entiendo porque hay guerras. Y hay tanto dinero que mete el gobierno en guerras. Like, why? Like, hace poquito, ¿cuánto dinero no me han dado? Ya no me acuerdo la cantidad exacta, pero lo habían dicho.
Billones o trillones.
De dinero, de nuestro dinero de taxes, porque ¿quién paga eso? Nosotros. Porque por todo lo que compras, un chicle, compras echas gas, lo que sea, te cobran taxes. Que esa es otra esta propuesta, no sé cómo arreglarlo, pero ahí ahorita lo digo. Yeah, like, why? Like, why kill people? Like, I don't know, I guess you're defending your country or you're thinking you're defending the people, but you're not. You're killing people. We're all humans. Like, la gente se le olvida. Like, I don't know, Lupita. Like, what's the reason? I know you're American, but why are you proud of killing someone else? I would not be proud of killing someone else.
Do you think that the reason why we go to war is like,
to help,
say like miscommunication, or
no, we're nosy,
or
the United States is very noisy. I mean, nosy. No puede hablar.
Or because hay intereses privados that go with that war. That's why
por eso
we end up going over there.
Sí, porque tienen petróleo, porque tienen like a lot of stuff like that. Van y ayudan. Pero cuando la verdad necesitan ayuda, como cuando está pasando, por cierto, todavía
¿qué?
Lo de allá donde está lo de la religión. Ajá.
¿En Israel?
Sí. I think
que todavía está eso.
Yeah, like, no, sí, como ahí no nadie se mete. No que Dios, no que...
I saw un podcast de un veterano de guerra, and he said like, "Well, I signed up because I had all these ideas, whatever. I have to look him up because I saw it on TikTok." ¿Dijiste tú? Y luego,
what are we going to do without TikTok?
Ya, yo también ya estaba como TikTok. But
y no lo van a quitar.
Sad. Well, el caso es que estaba todo eso. El muchacho estaba diciendo, he said, but like, once I went into a room and there was like a guy with his family and I killed him. He said, and I stood there thinking like, I killed you because I'm following someone that I don't even know.
It. Yes. The higher up giving me orders, sí.
Yes. And you were here with your family, and I just killed you in front of your wife, in front of your kids.
Yeah.
And
that's why ellos regresan con pinche PTSD chingadera y media, pues que ¿cómo?
Es que la conciencia.
Sí, pero es que les lavan el cerebro machine. Te digo algo, mira, déjame, voy a ser bien honesta ahorita. A ver si no me tira YouTube. A ver si no nos quitan el podcast. Como yo, la verdad, yo era muy, muy a favor de Estados Unidos. Like, yo me acuerdo cuando salí de high school, like, yo iba a ser chota. Yo iba para todos los criminales y que así, like, pensaba muy así.
You were very government.
Yes, I was like pro-government, pro-everything. And then after I went to college, guys, you don't know how much college, like, neta, me cambió mi pensar. I was like, boom, boom. Like, neta, que cada vez que iba a las clases, I studied criminology in Spanish. And it was a lot of sociology, which is, like, society. Like, cómo corre la sociedad y por qué hace la gente lo que hace. Y ahí, guys, like, neta, yo quisiera grabar mis clases. Le decía a mi novio siempre, ¿cómo no te lo puedo grabar? Do you want to hear him? Like, it's so crazy. I wish I had their brain. Porque they can, like, pues, cite everything. Pero me abrió muchas...
diferentes perspectivas.
Sí, un buen, guys. Porque en la escuela ya saben que, pues, está governed by the government. So, nomás te dejan enseñarte ciertas cosas. Yo tenía muchos maestros que nos decían, es que no les podemos enseñar lo que en verdad es. Porque el gobierno no nos deja. And I was like, me puso desde ahí la espinita para empezar. Y luego ya fui yendo al colegio y cada ratito que esto y lo otro, es que no es lo que ustedes piensan y es que no es así. And I'm like neta, Lupita, I was like going in my like bombas, boom, boom, boom. Porque todo lo que yo pensaba, it was not true. Like, ahora pienso todo lo opuesto. Porque neta que es que no sé ni cómo explicarte, porque tanta cosa que te dicen y te enseñan videos documentales. Like, so much things, and you're like, damn, we suck as a country. Like, sadly, we do. We think we're the best because you're taught in school. Well, like, you have American Pride y, ya saben, muy, ¿cómo se dice?
Like USA Pride.
Yeah, pride that you're from United States, but no, guys, there's so much. Like, look into it. Even just Google, and we're not even on the list, by the way. Pero donde son los más safest, please. Estados Unidos no es uno de los más seguros. Chequen, like, es que uno vive en una pinche burbuja y, like, todo lo que la media nos dice, lo que la escuela nos dice, te hacen formar ideas que no son ciertas. Sadly. Porque neta yo ahí pensé muy diferente.
Te cambió tu perspectiva.
Porque, no, ¿sabes qué me enseñaron también mucho? De ser muy, ¿cómo se dice? Analizar y criticar mucho qué es lo que estás escuchando. Me acuerdo que me enseñaban, like, las noticias, y desde entonces ya ni puedo ver las noticias porque ya lo veo. I, like, spot, I'm like, they're true, it's right. Like, si ves algún canal, por decir en específico, ¿cómo les puedo decir? Es que la otra vez, mira, una vez fui a un viaje, no me acuerdo dónde andábamos, en Arizona, se me hace, o en Chicago. No me acuerdo. Pero estaba viendo un canal y en ese canal son muy conservativos. Entonces las noticias se notan a leguas que son they go more conservative, porque los comentarios que dicen, las headlines que ponen, like, that you spot them on. You're like, what? Y eso fue una de mis clases. Y se van a reír, era estadísticas la que nos enseñó eso, que es matemáticas, pero nos enseñó un video de un molcas que dijo, es que analicen lo que escucha, lo que están diciendo y analízalo, porque ustedes no la analizan. Y I'm like, sí, es cierto.
No, yo no.
Como dice luego,
digo, yo no.
Se me quedó bien grabado este ejemplo. Dijo que tomando una copa de vino rojo es como hacer una hora de ejercicio. Y luego uno se vuela, ¿no? Y dice, voy a empezar a tomar vino todas las noches. Pero hay muchos, ponen nomás, o sea, una parte de todo el study que ven what stands out. But we don't analyze anything.
We just like the catchy para que sigas comprando. Because that's the way they get money.
O para que sigas pensando igual.
Sí. Oh, it's healthy. It's good.
Oh, this is the way. Oh, es que todas estas razas son así. No, es que esta otra raza. Hijo, eso no. Y así, porque that's what they're trying to feed us. And we don't analyze, criticize.
That was cierto, like, we don't pay attention to everything that we are seeing. Like, we don't process we don't process the news. We just get whatever we want to get out of it, but we don't process it.
You don't question it.
Continuing, Carolina, and now that you mention, what about education? What would be something you want to address in education as the president?
Mucho.
Miss Miramontes.
Todo ese dinero que acaban de mandar a la guerra. Para empezar, neta, education. We're so bad on education. Like, I think I don't know if I told you guys before, but even my sister, she goes to a public school that I went to. When she started there in kindergarten, and now she's in 5th, every year, her teachers have been quitting on them because they don't get paid enough. Entonces, imagine her being there for like 5-6 years. What is she going to learn with those substitutes? If you guys remember, I remember when I had a substitute, we wouldn't do nothing. Or we would do like hagan esto y ya. Because pues no son maestras.
Yeah, no aprendas. Like an assignment.
No aprendes, ¿qué vas a aprender? Así. Like, no, neta, we're lacking so much. It's sad. What do you do? What do you think, or what do you... Your point of view.
Education. First of all, the teachers. The teachers should be paid more fairly. They should be paid more. Like, those salaries are not for a teacher.
Yeah.
When the teachers are given a room, they should be given out a budget to buy whatever they want to buy. If they want to decorate, like, it's okay. Like, ni que mendigo siendo las fueran a matar the decorations. Like, no va a pasar nothing. Like, those kids will be happy.
Billones.
I know. Like, if you want to get little prizes for the kids when they, like, answer your questions to check on their status, like, I feel like that would, like, motivate the kid to learn. ¿Sí me entiendes? But that should come out of the government. That shouldn't have to come out of the teacher's pay.
No.
You know what I mean? Second of all, the food that we give in the cafeteria. We want our kids to learn. How do kids learn? They sleep good. They eat good. I would love to have, like, así como estilo buffet, like the cafeteria. And I work at a cafeteria, okay?
Don't come
I
after
work
her.
at a cafeteria.
She has experience.
And I would love to have, like, a little buffet, like, con comida rica, no? Because honestly, like, when I was working in the cafeterias and the nutritionists would make the menus, no, o sea, no la friegan, era que carne revuelta con quién sabe qué tantas cosas
We can
ahí.
take that to Michelle Baba.
Those poor kids, like, I remember I would go through the line giving them samples before they would get, like, to the actual line. because I didn't want them to take them and not to eat, I would run. Like, les hacía samples, I would like run through the line antes de que llegaran. And I'll be like, try it. If you don't like it, like, it's okay, get something else. We have other things. Because I felt bad. A lot of those kids, those are their only meals of the day. Okay, now, third of one. The cleaning. The cleaning in the schools. Like, we should have more personnel in those schools cleaning. We cannot have one janitor cleaning the whole entire school.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Why? No. Okay. Second of all, security. Have the schools good on
security.
With like security. Like, they have, those child should come to school, and those parents shouldn't be worried that something's gonna happen to those kids. They should be there as safe.
Question though, how? Because then what if it's gonna be like a jail?
I don't mean like a jail. I mean, like, for example, like,
because you know how sometimes they're walking with the gun. That's I remember lockdowns.
But like that. For example, like, because it depends on the states. Because when I went to Utah, like, their schools were wide open, like wide open. I guess like it depends on the persons that live, like the society of the state. Like, it depends, I guess. Because I don't know, like, but I feel when I work at the schools, honestly, I would have loved to be like gated and have like an actual, like, una puerta, like the only entrance, and all those things should be locked when the school is in session. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I was working at the schools, I would not like to see that a student was coming and they had to go outside to their classroom by themselves because they went to the restroom. I don't think that's appropriate. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I do not think. I saw a lot of times there, and I saw it with my own eyes, and nobody's gonna tell me because I work there. And I saw kids that were throwing their shoes because they have ADHD. They have a lot of other, like, autism, like other things going on. And
diagnosis.
Yeah, like, they're over there like throwing their shoes and todas estas cosas, and there's no teachers, there's no aides, there's no staff there to actually be there and make sure that kid is safe. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that that's like our schools lack so much insecurity in staff and the food and
lo que nos
the material that we are giving. And sabes una cosa, the fact, y honestamente, like, antes yo me acuerdo, bueno, a mí no me tocó, pero yo me acuerdo que había leído más antes. Antes there were like Bibles in the schools. There were, you know, o sea, se enseñaban con más.
You can thank that too. I forgot her name, but yeah, there's a name of the lady.
Know, and I feel like that should actually go back there and be there.
I agree.
And the schools should be a safe place for those children. And those children, we should be preparing them for them to be our future doctors, our future lawyers, our future judges, checking on them, seeing what is actually wrong with them, having more. So, for example, I understand, y mira, de aquí muy probablemente vamos a sacar otro tema. No. And I understand que todo lo que puedes decir. I am a DACA recipient. Right? I had no legal status when I was here as a children. But I feel that any children that goes to school, they should have access to medical. They should have access to dentists. Because there's a lot of money out there putting in, I don't know what. But you can't put it on the actual kids.
Because they don't pay taxes. Yeah, you pay taxes, everything you buy, pay taxes.
You don't pay taxes. Yeah, we pay taxes every single time. But I feel that como que, like they say, like, you cannot discriminate. I feel like those kids are being discriminated.
Yeah.
You know?
Them, and even if you think about it, like Medicaid here, we have it, right? So if you make a certain amount, like, the kids get it desde que nacen. But hay gente que si haces más dinero, te lo quitan. I'm like, no, that should be for all kids. Like, medical expenses are so expensive. Like neta, no que ganes buen dinero, ta cañón.
Y luego, mira, continuing on the schools. the transportation.
Ah, yeah.
We don't have enough transportation for the kids to go to school because no tenemos enough employees because we don't pay them good and we don't offer them benefits. And they should be like, they should have medical, they should have dentists, they should have vision. Like, they're teaching your children. Like, that's gonna be your future. That's your future. So
You give me another one. After school and before school.
yeah,
Because we all have different jobs. and
like there should
times.
be programs for after school, before school, during school. But you know what? I don't mean just like a program where like, oh, the kid stays there and just when the dad comes and picks them up. No,
Tutoring.
let's work on doing like tutoring. Let's work on doing activities, dance, singing,
Sports.
Sports.
That'd be awesome.
Like, yeah, your kid will stay after school because you get out at 6, whatever. But you know what? We have created this activity. We have created a sport. We have created a dance. We have created... That would actually even open us to see and find like all the talents of these little ones. And like future on, like be able to represent you like on the Olympics, represent you on like como the World Cup, like
That'd be
cosas,
awesome.
you know, like that would be awesome because you're promoting that, like you're finding, you're looking, you're starting since they were little, like now they know, now they see, like even I understand, like for example, yo entiendo all those things
Sorry.
about like video games and those things, but how many kids are so talented with all those things? They can build games, they can build computers, they can build
For future, ¿cómo se llaman los?
for our future. Like,
Architects
we don't
or-
prepare our future enough, so whenever they grow up, pues they don't want to do nothing and they end up in the streets. And a lot of parents don't have money to be enrolling them on extra activities. Like, they're expensive. Like, if you put a kid on a sport, like, it's expensive.
And then the time, because if you're at work, tienes que irlo llevar a traer, que los juegos, que esto, que el otro, que... And it's like, I work, like, I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah. So I feel like that's something that would help and benefit so much society.
Oh, sí, society and every citizen, porque como dices, ahí van a hallar su talento y todo. Y ¿sabes qué? Otra cosa que también además de eso, se me vino a la mente, tener más cosas como cuando estés en high school para prepararte para el colegio.
Y sabes que ahí sí tienes razón, because I would love, honestly, since dijo, hijo, no, por algo Dios me tiene aquí. But
Presidentes, por favor, pongan atención.
I would love,
Tenemos muchas ideas.
like, to have, like, for example, high school and have the kids, like, be able to explore, like, do internships, like, que con el FBI, que con los hospitales, que con las clínicas, que with the
Welders,
APD,
electricians.
like, to actually go see the job. Like,
And see if you like it or
and
not.
count that as a, like, a little... ¿Sabes cómo
Elective.
te dan los electives? Pues count it as an elective, but send them, like, be able to do internships, like, with different places, because that way that kid will be like, oh no, I really love to be a nurse.
This or that.
Or I really love to be an electrician. And I feel like, oh, you actually went through the field, you actually sat and you fall in love. That was what you meant for. But we don't open. And something else that we should actually do too, like have actual classes of you preparing you taxes, you preparing you for like the
A budget.
real life things, like
Sí.
how you said budgeting yourself, like offer jobs, because I'm pretty sure like a lot of those high schoolers, like if like for example, if they were to work like on community services or whatever, like they should be like they would help you with the kids, like not that como te quiero decir, o sea, like participate and ¿sí me entiendes?
Y sí hay. Don't get me wrong. Like, remember I told you? The one, I think I told you guys before, where you have to do bad grades para que te ayuden. Y te ayudan un poquito. It's YDI. It's really good. A really good program. I don't know if they still have it. That kind of gives you an idea, but there's so much more than that.
Like before you like be able to like prepare for an interview, be able to apply for an interview, build resumes,
Oh, sí. That too.
like actual stuff, you know what I mean?
That is important for your growth, for your... See?
For you to
Imagine.
learn. Like imagine what a different society we would have.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Oof, oof.
And mira, now addressing this other issue, because you mentioned earlier the parents. Okay. What do you think about a single parent, a low income parent, and their struggles?
Well, they need help. Definitely. But, like, I know
How
here
could
they
you
do
help with
help.
that?
They do help, but the requirement for them is too low. Because even if you work and try to pay your house and everything, you don't do, no lo puedes hacer. No, y menos ahorita en esta economía no se puede. Entonces, tiene que haber mucha más ayuda. Childcare, housing, what else? Pues no más, ¿no? Oh, sí, and transportation, like to school at least. That would be a big help for a lot of parents. What do you think, or what do you suggest?
For example, like parents that are struggling because we all struggle, right? And
Even
I feel they should be, how you said, like the income that you have to make in order to get assisted with those helps, it's way too low. Okay?
Can I add on something on
Yes.
that too? You know what too? That they don't count your bills. If you have a car payment, they don't count that. And it's like, dude, I need to have a car. Like, how am I? No, que I'm not justifying de, vas a traer un
Carrazo.
un Cadillac Escalade y pagando $1,000 y pues por eso no la haces. No,
No, pues
tampoco.
sí,
Algo
tampoco no.
razonable también. O sea, un carro, because we all need a car, and that's how sometimes you have to endeudarte to get one. You need reliable transportation to get to
Like
work.
the amount is too low. A lot of those parents sometimes are struggling, and honestly, like once you qualify, for example, for help on medical, help on food stamps, or help on welfare, those parents, even though they're struggling, sometimes they get offered a better job and they're paying them $2, and they're like, with $2, I'm gonna lose all of this. I'm gonna have to help pay all of this, and I'm not gonna afford it. So I feel like that should actually like be more of like, como te quiero decir, like
Sí.
the amount should be like a little bit un poquito más,
Way
because
higher.
right now the way like life is and the way like just inflation is at this point, is really hard for anyone to just live a normal basic life. We're not talking
And
about
we're not talking about
nice
luxuries.
cars. We're not talking about jewelry. We're not talking about Louis Vuitton
Traveling.
bags. Traveling, no. We're talking about paper towels, toilet paper, food,
Shampoo.
tuna, like shampoo, conditioner,
Clothing.
toothpaste, regular stuff. Like I feel they should have more help. And how you said like childcare, like childcare should be more accessible for parents.
For everyone, yeah.
Yes, like for all the parents, that should be accessible. We want to make sure those kids are staying on safe places and those kids are being loved and feel welcome. Because sometimes I feel that que raro que every single time that there's like child abuse, child this, child that, oh, it comes out from an employee or someone working in there. Like, are we not searching enough? Like, what
don't
is-
pay attention.
Like, what is the problem? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you searching enough to make sure that those persons actually like to work with kids? You know?
Have like little cameras, like you know how cops have cameras, something like that. Me being extremist. I'm sorry, but it's
Ahorita te van a
because
decir
people.
que el derecho de la primera enmienda te van a decir.
Y luego va. Pero es que no sabes. Hay gente que. They can be like, oh, they love kids, and then there's none.
Yeah, like you don't know.
Behind
But I feel
closed
like
doors.
that has to be more accessible.
Yeah, I
For
agree.
those parents. Like honestly, it shouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna get paid $2 more and I'm gonna lose all of this. Like we should have like a good amount there for you to go get those $2 for you to actually be able to like maybe in a couple of time you'll be able to get an even better job that will pay you $10 more, and then you won't need our help because you will be doing it good. You know what I mean? But we don't give you the opportunity to grow because
But
we're
it's-
like cutting your wings because you have
Antes
to.
de.
Yeah.
Sí, no estás motivando a crecer más, ¿para qué? Vas a batallar más. Pero, you know what, too? I was gonna say this, because I remember when my daughter was a baby, when I was in college, I looked up and dije, ¿cuánto me cobran porque la cuiden ahí? You know what?
No,
How much?
está caro.
Sí, una semana, ¿cuánto crees?
400,
Más.
500,
Más.
600,
Más.
800.
Sí. I was like, being a college kid paying $800 a week? That's a month. No, pues no,
No.
que aunque seas abogado, seas lo que sea, no vas a poder pagar eso. Y ahorita debe estar más caro.
Yeah. Reason why Because, okay, ahora sí estamos muy en la política. The last situación que pasó con Trump, que dijo que el comediante que dijo que los Latinos love making babies. We can't afford it. Like, dude, have you actually come down to the Latino community? Like,
there are a lot of kids in a family.
Where are those kids? Like, we don't have that many kids. Like, nowadays, like, we can't have that many kids because the inflation doesn't allow us.
I think he meant back then, because if you think about it, like our grandmas, pero pues eso era por otra cosa,
pues
no
sí,
por eso.
That was like
no como ahorita.
Back in the days.
Different
like,
times.
Now it's a different time.
I think people don't even want to have kids. Like, Lupita said, you can't afford them. It's too much responsibility.
No, like,
you can barely afford yourself.
O sea, it's too complicated for a person right now to have 3 kids, 4 kids. It's hard, you know. How you said, like, you were looking for childcare, it was $800 a month.
And I have
for one.
Imagine you have twins.
1,600. Now, ¿sabes una cosa? Because I feel like something else that would be good, like, for example, would be like work motivation for you to actually, like, how can I tell you, like, find a path, like. Yo sé que you're like, I went to school and I don't think that's the... Yo sé que tú eres muy así. But I do feel que there's a lot of parents that could benefit from being able to return if they had the help they actually needed.
For college?
Uh-huh. And I feel like that would be good too, like...
Yeah, because
to have that help.
Is there statistics on this? Because I don't know. Do you think college, like, gente que está yendo al colegio, have they dropped?
I don't know.
In the past years, I think they have. I think I saw something not so long ago, but let me look it up.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be like cool, like have more opportunities for the people, you know, like
to better themselves.
People don't want to be a cashier for 20, 30 years until they retire, 40 years, 50 years. Like, no, like, have opportunities of growth for you to be able to start owning your own franchise, and then you're going to give me business because you're going to open up a business that you're going to pay taxes on, that you're going to be able to employ people. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, opportunities for growth.
And we understand we need all those people.
And as the economy, you need it. Like, you need that. Like, you need more business, more jobs, more money.
But you also need, like, those people, o sea, que hacen lo básico, the cashier and all that. And we understand.
That should be a starting point.
Yeah, like, al cabo, I mean, we all started, I think, every 15-year-old que quería trabajar in a fast food restaurant.
Yes.
So that's where you start, and then you keep going. Like, it's part of life. So I know you would have to be training them over and over again, but that's part of
having a business.
Yes.
You will always have to train personal. I mean, new employees.
Yep.
But I feel like that would be cool. Now, otra cosa, like, what about, like, la basura, Dylan?
Yo también iba a traer este tema. Estamos en lo mismo.
Yes.
We're really in this. Yo mío, cold. Something, I don't know. But yeah, I actually totally, Isabella, she said to give her credit because she was helping me. I didn't make any research before time. So ahorita que venía le digo, Isabella, look this up. Porque I know that somewhere they burn their trash, which is a lot more...
better for the environment.
Better for the environment. And I think I have it because she said she screenshot it. I hope she did. And it was some countries that... I know Japan was one. I think Switzerland. Aquí está. So many countries include Sweden, Japan, South Korea, Finland, and the United Kingdom burn their garbage to generate electricity and heat, which is even better. So not only are you protecting the atmosphere and the world and the earth, but you're also creating electricity, and like, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Why don't we not have that is my question, because aquí la enterramos, ¿no?
Yeah, la entierran, which I don't think that's the good form, because pues estás dañando la tierra, ¿no? Y luego cuántas cosas, like, hazard things are in there.
Which gets to our water.
Y luego nos enfermamos.
Y salimos con que todos estos diagnósticos de los niños que salen mal, pero yo que no será tanta cosa, es que tanta cosa, radiation, no, so many things.
Yeah.
Pollution.
Y mira, ahora que hablamos de la basura, la comida.
Oh, esa es otra.
What would be ideas that we have?
Oh, well, I don't know if this is possible, but I would love to have like a community garden everywhere. Like everyone, órale.
Like more back
Como
to the
farming.
old days.
Ajá.
More farming, more...
Sí.
Tú cría tus vacas, tú cría tus pollos, tú cría...
Yes, porque por eso vivieron tantos años la gente antes. Yeah, I mean, I know it's hard and it's casi ideal, pero that'd be awesome. Pero órale, todos tienen que pitch in, like, si vas a agarrar algo ahí, échale agua o algo tienen que hacer.
Work together.
But how? Because some people are lazy. How do you make them do it? Or you know what I thought about, like, coming to prison, like, también me puse a pensar en eso. Dije, bueno, los que andan allá, que paguen un poco lo que han hecho. O sea, porque, ¿cómo te digo? Pues sí, los que roban y así que le roban a otra gente.
Prisoners?
Órale, váyanse al campo. Y si no quieren, es el problema. How can we can't force them?
Adelene, get to work.
Get to work. Órale, this is the way you're going to be paid back to the people you damaged.
You damage. Yeah, like having better control of the food that our people eat would be so much better. Like it would eliminate a lot of the illness. ¿Verdad? Porque hay que ser honestos. Like you can eliminate all the illnesses because that's the way you get money.
Sí.
So,
I understand.
Of course, no las pueden eliminar todas, but it would be so much better if you would be able to control more the food that is being processed, cultivated, and coming into the tables of these homes. So we would have a less, like, menos enfermos, you know, like it would be
not as bad.
Not as bad. And then the hospitals wouldn't be so much flooded with, like, people on all these illnesses whenever there's, like, accidents and so many other things that just continue happening as that is life. You know what I mean?
Coming back to that, what about healthcare?
Everyone should have free and accessible healthcare. Every single person.
Agree.
That should actually be coming out of our taxes.
Yeah, we pay so many things on that thing. Bueno, queremos hacer magia, ¿verdad? Pero no, pero en serio. ¿Saben qué? Déjenles les cuento otra. Ahorita estaba viendo las prisons, because there's another show with that too. I was looking in to see which ones were the best prisons, and I think I saw one. I'm going to tell you the name because I already forgot. But it costed to build it $60.2 million to make.
Listo.
Pero está bien nice. Casi es un hotel. Like, neta, and it's a prison.
What?
Pues, ¿cuál es? Watch. Let me see. I think I'm going to have to put it here, pero I saw the video, guys, and it's crazy. Watch. I'm gonna play it so you guys can hear it.
Okay.
Because it's too much information y yo no lo digo bien y luego después van a estar todos cuatrapeados. Espérenme. Pero it's so interesting.
The 3 most luxurious prisons in the world. The last one will blow your mind. Number 3, Bastøy Prison, Norway. Located on Bastøy Island, this prison offers its 115 inmates amenities such as cottages, saunas, and tennis courts. Inmates enjoy working on the prison farm and partake in horseback riding. The philosophy here focuses on rehabilitation through humane treatment. With a reoffending rate of only 16%, it's one of the most successful in the world. Number 2, HMP Adderwell, Scotland. This prison treats its 700 inmates with an emphasis on personal development and education. Each cell is equipped with a private shower and flat-screen TV. Inmates have access to a gym, library, and various educational programs. The prison's approach has been linked to lower reoffending rates, highlighting its success. Number 1, Justice Center Leoben, Austria. Designed to house 205 inmates, this prison offers single cells with ensuite bathrooms and kitchenettes. The architecture is modern and transparent, promoting a sense of openness and trust. Inmates have access to sports facilities, a gym, and communal areas. This luxurious environment aims to encourage rehabilitation and respect for the law.
What? But you know what? One thing I do agree, because that's another thing I wanted to talk about, prisons. So in prison, my ideal prison, like I have this idea, pero obvio nunca va a pasar, yo creo. Pero yo motivaría a todos esos morcalos. Ahora les pongo like algo motivacional. Like I know that everyone is something different, and I know some people won't agree with it, pero que le hace like they're prisoners. Digo, poniendo los locos, ¿no? Se los pongo en las bocinas. Ahora le van a escuchar esto, a ver si esto les ayuda en caridad de Dios.
Good morning, sunshines! Wake up! It's another beautiful day here
Let's
in
go
Albuquerque.
Órale, hacer ejercicio todos o así, like cosas.
5 in the morning, time for a workout.
know why, guys. I mean, I know they did something bad. I know. But you, like, sometimes now that where I work in, I tell Lupita, because every time I go to this type of hearings, all the inmates are there, and there's a bunch of them. Sorry, guys. There's a bunch of them, and yo acá en mis audífonos no viendo TikToks, yo viendo cosas bien motivacionales. And I'm like, oh, si nomás estos molcas pudieran escuchar esto, like, there's more to life. I know a lot of them pasan por cosas feas, traumas, que los papás o las familias siempre han sido por generaciones gay members. Like, muchas cosas, yo entiendo, porque I know, like, no one's perfect, right? We all have our stuff. But sometimes I see that some of these inmates really do want to get out. Like, obvio, ya tienen años ahí, ya agarraron la onda. They're like, damn, like, what I did, like, it's ruined my whole life. And I see sometimes, like, when they're so young, guys, they're like 18, 15. I even cried because, like I said, like, I know what you did. You killed someone. You took someone's life. I understand, obvio. But I feel bad for both parties because, yes, los que le mataron, pues yo entiendo, alguien te lo mató, les tienen mucho rencor y coraje de todo. Pero también la otra persona, en veces sí tienen conciencia. Like, you could tell, like, están llorando. Bueno, no se trata, they fake it, right? I know, no todos, pero los ves llorando y te da una lástima. It's like, dude, you just ruined your whole life. You're 18 years old. You're going to be spending 15 years in prison. And that's it. Like, ya te chingaste por una pinche decisión tan tonta que toman por enojo, por rencor, por odio, por... Yo no sé qué pasa por la cabeza de la gente. Yo sé que cuando se enojan, pues hacen cosas tonteras y medias y no se saben controlar, por eso se meten en estos pedos. O andan drogados, o andan borrachos, o cosas así. Pero you feel so bad for them, like, I don't know. And I feel bad, como te digo. Bueno, además de motivacional, me gustaría también que tuvieran de alguna manera poder tener therapy. Because a lot of these people... Pues imagine, Lupita. Imagine. You didn't do nothing, but you're innocent. Y te metieron, like, por algo, no sé. You killed someone, or it was you. And you're like, what the hell? Like, you have no money, so you can't hire a lawyer. So you're like, chingado, like, ¿cómo vas a salir de ahí? No te van a creer. Si hay algo apuntando a ti, pues ya te chingaste. Y luego, you're gonna be there for 10 years, Dan. You didn't do nothing. Insisto. Imagínate, like, hay gente ahí, pues ya vemos que, like, yo sé, prison is not, you're not traveling, you're not on vacation, I understand. But imagine living that long, 10 years suffering like that. Like, I think people forget that they're human. I mean, we all make mistakes because no one's perfect. We all do stuff. Maybe no a ese grado de matar a alguien o hacer cosas así. Pero, I don't know, I feel bad. Like, it breaks my heart sometimes, and you can tell, Lupita, like, neta, when they're crying, they
you're
cry
about
to you.
Cry.
Neta, because you haven't seen them. Like, I've seen some of them, like, I want to cry when they're talking. Like, you can feel that they want to change, y todos tenemos el derecho de cambiar. Esa es otra, como decías ahorita, es muy difícil cambiar, y lo sales ya, oh, no, es que tú eres un criminal. Y la gente... ¿Por qué eres criminal? Y no por nada, porque pues uno si le da miedo, imagínate que robada y luego tienes tu negocio y luego dices, te me va a robar. Yo entiendo. Pero what if they did change for good after what they did? They don't get a second opportunity?
Mira, something that would be so cool, like, imagine how cool it would be that actually in schools, you would have more, like, psychological help for the kids, like, maybe like a little 15-20 minutes session. Like, having more, like, psychologists on campus to teach the kids, oh, this is an emotion, you're feeling anger, this is a way to process an emotion. Well, you know what, let's get a little, I used to do this with my son. Me exposing. But there was, like, I bought little paper. Do you know those paper? Esas bolsitas de papel. And whenever he was angry, I was like, here, let's blow. And then, and then, no, for real. We're like, and I was like, yeah, that is anger. So you need to take some time, be able to process your emotion and not react. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times we react based on our emotions and not our actual process of thinking or responding to a conflict, you know. And I feel that would be really awesome because since they're little, they're able to, like,
know how to
start
handle
processing this and know how to handle these things. So we would have less bullying on the schools, but we would also have maybe a little bit less of crime because they're now able to process, hey, you just made me mad. You know what? Like, I don't want to talk right now. Have fun. See you tomorrow. Maybe that would avoid someone pulling on a gun and killing you because we know. Pero
That's
like
true.
actually like prisons, like we should have, I feel like, a system to be able to bring them back to society. I understand that there's people there that will never get out because of the crime they did. I understand that.
I remember that video you sent me.
Like, I understand that, but I feel that there's prisoners that maybe will be getting out and they should be able to relocate back with society, and there should be like a step process in there, you know, where it comes a lot from psychological help. And for that, you need more psychologists. And how are you going to get psychologists? You better invest in those kids because that's your future.
That's true.
That's just the
You know
truth.
what? They used to say that all the
Yeah,
time, and I was
yeah.
like, oh my God, but you're making sense now. Now I get why they say it.
No, and now, like, nowadays, ya ni quieren tener hijos, so what are we going to have? You know, like, that's just the point. Like, it's part of a life. It's a cycle. Like, once you were little, then you're over here talking on a podcast about all these problems because now you're an adult. And then
You wanna
you'll
express
be
your
a
opinions.
grandma. I'm like, yeah. Like, it's the life of, like, it's the cycle of life, you know? But I feel like there should be like a pattern there to be able to help them, like be able to like address them back into society, address them back into looking for a job, address them back into adjusting to live with like an apartment complex or with other people because they have been locked up in there for so many times. You have lost that. Like, you don't know how to socialize back. You need to learn how to socialize back again. You need to learn that there's like other ways of socializing, you know, like, 'cause honestamente, I'm pretty scared. You know that.
But you know what? Now that you're talking about that, I don't remember exactly what country. Regáñenme. Pero yo sé que ahorita que estaba viendo todo esto, hay un country donde les ayudan a agarrar trabajo, ayudan a get back on your feet. And I'm like, wow, like that's awesome. Because a lot of, like, there's a lot of programs in that, like here. Like for uno se llama Young Adult Court, que es como para los jóvenes que creo tienen problemas como con droga. Y si vieran cuántas de esas, es la parte padre de ahí, porque ahí es like, hoy es puras historias, ¿cómo te digo? Historias donde le hicieron, like, cambiaron su vida y they cry, like, todo el mundo los tienen llorando porque les da tanto gusto ver ese otro lado donde la gente cambia, like, maduran o tan chavalitos y pues tienen problemas como decimos, y cuando tienen ese support, el cambio que hace, like, it's big. Like, they go back to school, they have a job now, they have their own apartment, they're going to college, like all these things. And I'm like, es que hay mucha gente que no sabe que hay mucho más que esa vida.
Sí, because that's all they knew.
Sí, como mi novio tenía muchos amigos que eran cholos y dice que, le digo, pero ¿por qué siguen eso? Es que no me entiendes, es que eso ha sido su vida por generaciones. Like, they all did the same thing, so that's all they know.
Yeah. No conocen algo más. That's what they know. It's right.
No saben que puedes hacer un negocio, puedes hacer muchas cosas, aprender, puedes viajar. Es que hay tantas cosas más en la vida que estar encerrado.
Look, it says several countries have helped prisoners reintegrate into society, including Norway, Germany, and Netherlands.
Esos, mira, ahí donde estaba esa cárcel. Oh, les tengo otra, pero tampoco no sé dónde es. Lo busqué, pero nomás no la hallé. Yo vi un documental cuando estaba en college donde los dejaban salir por una hora, ir a agarrar una nieve o algo así. Y allá está legalized todas las drogas. Y guess what? Hay menos sobredosis, hay menos gente haciendo drogas.
Not here.
Porque les digo algo, no, pues aquí no es legal. Hay mucha gente, bueno,
no,
aquí lo
pero
que nos
pues
dijeron.
mira cómo estamos nomás con la marihuana.
Sí, pero no...
se me hace que de aquí vamos a otro topic. El debate se pone interesante. We're about to stay here until 12.
Yo no sé qué, si sería bueno o malo, no sé, ¿verdad? Pero eso de legalizar todas las drogas. Porque yo aprendí también en el colegio que hay mucha gente que lo hace porque les da adrenalina hacer algo ilegal. I'm like, what? Like, yo no lo puedo creer. Pero sí, hay gente que nomás lo hace porque sienten esa adrenalina. Oh, estoy haciendo algo que no deben estar haciendo.
Psychological.
Crazy.
¿Ves qué importante es la psicología?
It's because I don't know if I can. Well, this is way off topic. Let me tell it.
Ya estamos aquí.
Estaba viendo un TikTok donde este muchacho está en México y les pregunta a los que están estudiando en college y les pregunta preguntas y le dice, ¿tú qué estás estudiando psicología? Le dice, ¿qué has aprendido? Algo raro o algo así. Dice que tus parejas siempre tienen, usualmente estás atraído a una persona que tiene los mismos traumas que tú. And I was like, what? Y dije, sí, dice la muchacha, sí, dice, yo empecé, un muchacho que le empezó a gustar y platicó y lo dice, ahora entiendo. Sí, cierto es. And I'm like, what? It blew my mind off, but there's a lot of like those kinds of psychology. Y luego el de criminología también salió una, dije, a ver qué dice. Esa estaba diciendo que cuando Jesucristo lo crucificaron, no fue por los clavos. Los clavos no tuvo nada que ver con matarlo, sino que él se ahogó. Porque la fuerza, ¿cómo dijo? Algo del corazón, y le dio pues se ahogó. Fue más bien el corazón, pero los clavos no tuvieron nada que ver en eso. I was like, I've never heard that one, pero dije, I want to hear it, que a ver qué más dice. It's so interesting, guys. If I find it, I'll put it in the description. You guys go follow him. It's really interesting. Yeah. Like, it's thing that they learn. Sí, es que college, I know, I say, toco college.
Tú misma nos dices que no.
But,
y aquí estamos con la educación y nada.
Pero, ¿saben qué? Eso sí te abre mucho la mente.
Voten por mí.
Lupita.
I really got it.
She has a lot of ideas on how to fix that. That's one of her things she can do. She knows how to do that very well. So if you have any questions, ask her. Maybe she'll give you more advice on that too. No, but yeah, Lupita. I'll put it in there so you guys go follow it. It's interesting.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Like, that's cool. Pero ¿sabes una cosa? Ahorita que estás hablando de las drogas, like, what would you do with the drugs? How would you address the drug issue in the United States of America?
I think I would legalize it. All of it. And see if that works. If it makes it worse, pues ya que ya... El caos ya todo.
Que me paguen taxis.
Que me paguen taxis. ¡Órale! No se crean. Oigan, ¿saben qué? Estábamos platicando a mi mamá de esto la otra vez. Dijo, desde que legalizaron aquí la marihuana, todo subió.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm like, why? ¿Yo qué culpa tengo que estos marihuanos se quieren estar marihuando cada ratito? No, va. No, pues ya. What do you think?
¿Sabes qué? Mira, una cosa que hay que ser muy honestos. Like... They always say, like, México es el que trae las drogas, ¿verdad? Uh-huh. Pero en México no las consume. Nomás las vende. Nomás te las pasa. Nomás te las trae. Porque aquí es donde tienes la mayoría de las personas que consumen fentanilo, que consumen todo ese tipo de drogas.
Uh-huh. Cocaína.
Es que, ¿sabes una cosa que yo siento mucho? Uh-huh. Que, like, whenever you, like, get into a drug is because you want to cover something, you want to get some type of comfort. So I really, honestamente, I really think that everything starts since they're little, and we need to address more when they're little, like what's going on in psychology, like have more of that available for them, for their family, for the people that are around those kids. Because if you were able to change those people's, not change their mind, okay, because everyone has a different way of thinking.
And their
but
careers.
If you were able to give them more tools for them, I honestly, I don't think they would pick up a drug because they know, like, the scenario. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Sí, a dónde te puede llevar. Dijo mi mamá, nos traumó. Mi mamá siempre me decía, no. Cualquier cosa que te ofrecen, no. Y hasta la fecha me dicen, no. And they know and they respect it. But I know sometimes peer pressure can go into it. I saw this boy on Alan I's podcast. Y le estaba diciendo, dice, no, dice a mí, mis papás me enseñaron mucho que nunca que hacer droga, nunca que probarlas, nunca nada, ni experimentar, nope. And he was in that mindset. And I guess los amigos con los que se andaban juntando, bueno, dice él, no son mis amigos, pues no son porque lo están metiendo en ese show, le dieron algo y ya andaba todo paranoico y like, it was crazy. Y luego dijo, ahora sí van a quedar que marihuana, y yo ni lo hago, dice, pero pues, he was going crazy. He got anxiety from that. I was gonna say one more thing. You know what, too? You're right about that. And then I don't know if this has to contribuir un poco también, porque el Obrador lo dijo cuando estaba en México de eso de las drogas. Dice, ¿por qué allá no las consumen? Dice, porque allá también la familia es más unida. Aquí, guys, like...
Es que aquí la gente no tiene tiempo para su familia porque tienes que trabajar 80 horas para poder vivir. O sea, no estás hablando de que tan siquiera la cultura. Lujos. Estás hablando
la necesidad.
De que aquí la gente se despierta, trabaja. Se levanta, trabaja. Hace noche, se acuesta a dormir, se levanta, trabaja. O sea, así es la vida de las personas. Que es sábado, domingo, no importa, aquí la gente trabaja. Like, ahí yo sí siento, like, honestly, and a lot, like, families should be able to be united. Like, families should be able to enjoy their time together.
Support each other.
And the amount of hours they work, they shouldn't have to be doing 2-3 jobs to just live normal. Like, you're not even talking about luxuries. You're talking about paying your house and buying groceries. Like, you're talking about basic stuff. Like, people have 3-4 jobs because they can't afford.
You're right.
And otra cosa que ahí, no, yo si fuera, dijo, a mí si me prestaran los papás, yeah, I would honestly tell them, like,
She would strangle them, but just kidding.
No, but do not teach your kids on material things. No. Stop with the Louis Vuitton. Stop with the Gucci. Stop with everything that you're seeing, because all you're doing is just buying. You're going on a trend. You're just following a trend. I'm sorry. Like, you're giving those companies a lot of money, but you're making your kids really material and never, like, you're making them so ambitious that never is going to satisfy them. Never in life. Like, nothing's going to satisfy them. They can have
appreciate the little things.
Like a 10,000 wallet, they won't appreciate it.
Sí.
You know what I mean? So that's something that they need to learn the value of.
Other stuff. The little things, como dicen. What was I gonna say? Damn, we're really getting into this.
I know. Te dije que we're like in debate, like, pam, 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 pam.
But you're right, Lupita. I think everything starts from the bottom. Because también iba a decirle al crimen. How do you stop crime? But you're right. Desde chiquitos.
Es que empieza de abajo. O sea, if you don't focus of the foundation of the family, if you don't address the issues, if that mom, that parent doesn't have time to spend with their kids because they're working 4 jobs to pay their house, that kid is growing there by itself.
The streets.
Like, that kid is going on the streets. Like, kids should be able to, whenever they get out of school, be able to go home and enjoy a warm meal. Like,
¿Cuánto salen?
Like,
or go to sports or something.
Families should be able to eat together. Families should be able to enjoy their kids' activities, sports, whatever. Like, those are things that they should be able to enjoy together.
Yeah, that's
But they don't have time. Because ahora sí, mira, como cantan los Tigres del Norte, es una jaula de oro. O sea, aquí, honestamente, mira, y esta fue una playera Kamala Harris. Ahora la que no tiene papeles.
Pero me arregla, por favor.
Trump, help me. But, like, dijo, ni uno de los dos, dijo, I'm so mad at that. We'll get that one to the last, porque que se me hace que ahí, not down. Pero, like, o sea, esos pobres niños, they're just there by themselves. Like, yesterday, I was coming to pick up my kids. I get to the stop, like, to the stop now, to the light. I was red. Okay. There was 3 kids crossing, going home from the school over here. Yeah. You can tell they were 5, 6, 7. They were by themselves. There was not an adult with them. Like, how is that possible? You know what I mean? Like, o sea, lo que yo me refiero es, like, I'm not, o sea, I don't know what was their situation. I don't know what was going on. But I'm like the 4th car, like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like, de atrás. And I'm seeing them, like, cross.
You know what? I've been seeing this very often too. I've been taking my sister to school y también hay 2 niños. Ay, que me pasa, hasta con el nudo en la pinche garganta casi me lo dio también. Porque andan en una scooter. Digo, oh, how cool. But they don't fucking look anywhere, guys. Like, they're small too. I don't know if they're like, I don't know how old they are. But they don't, así se van como si nada, se la atraviesan. And I'm like, me toda asustada todo rato porque dijo, pues ¿dónde están los papás de estos niños? Y luego los niños ni voltean, like, no voltean, Lupita, a ningún
¿Quieres que te
lado.
diga otra cosa?
Y está cerquita, está como de aquí, yo creo afuera para salir, pero no manches.
Órcame, ahora sí.
¿Qué?
Mira, that's something else.
Oh.
Parents. Parents
Oh,
should
yeah.
be able to go like to classes. No te voy a decir like to teach you how to be a parent because nobody is like there's not a
Knows.
book for that. But like to give you tools, to give you information,
To
give
deal
you
with kids.
like like new ways of dealing with kids. I don't know, like styles, ideas, parenting. O sea, y sabes una cosa?
Therapy.
Sometimes they need someone to talk to. Like también sometimes they went through stuff like with the kids and they just need to let it out. Like
To
I
breathe.
feel like that would also be something beneficial for them.
Yeah, and maybe people would be less stressed. What
Like
about
a-
traffic?
Traffic.
Aquí, you know what? My mom was talking about
I know
this.
del día que vino Trump me traumatizó. Dile, it took me 23 minutes to get right there, right?
No, that was nothing.
I
Lupita
know,
took
but
an
I live
hour.
right here. It takes me 5.
Sí. Lupita took an hour. My mom también llegó tarde. Todos en el restaurante donde trabaja mi prima también llegaron tarde. Es que todo ahí. Trump hizo tarde a todo el mundo. But I don't know if you heard. I saw this thing on TikTok. I don't know how true it is. That he didn't pay his last rally. So no lo querían dejar ir a ningún lado. So como no ha pagado. Por eso no se pudo salir del aeropuerto. So that's why he did it there.
Oh,
Que no lo dejaron. Le dijeron, no te puedes salir de ahí.
what?
Yeah, I saw this thing on TikTok. I don't know if it's true, but I was like, huh. Because remember last year he came. Yo creo que tienen miedo también porque la gente va y protesta
No, es ahorita sí
y se pone
que nos paguen
crazy.
porque este estado
Está muy fregado.
No, es que, like, ¿cómo la gobernadora
Vamos a-
no le iba a cobrar? No, pues si tiene mucho money que nos pague, dijo. No,
Sí.
que se le paguen los impuestos, man.
Y luego, sí, yeah, guys.
Oh my god. Pero sabes una cosa, también I didn't know, like talking about like traffic. Pues mira, para empezar, the roads.
Oh, yeah.
O sea, actually,
Or
y aquí están bonitas, porque
Oh,
ya he ido
sí,
a otros lados
Arizona.
y ya he aprendido a valorar New Mexico. I'm like, New Mexico, I love you.
You're not that bad.
Digo, nadie sabe lo que tiene hasta que lo pierde. Toma. Pero, no, like, maybe, like, tener más, ¿cómo se dice? Like, te voy a decir infraestructura, pero no, like,
Sí.
como más carreteras más viables. O
Sí.
sea, tener un poco más de, pues sí, o sea, I don't know, like, cada cuánto ponen los semáforos o por qué están a cierta distancia cada semáforo.
Yo no, ríete de mí, pero le digo a mi mamá, maybe esto me debe haber dedicado yo. En el 98 apenas están poniendo el semáforo, ¿verdad? O lo iban a poner, whatever. No sé si, ni me acuerdo si lo pusieron ya o tal, no. Pero yo siempre he dicho, aquí ocupan un semáforo. Y no lo ponían hasta ya años después, ya tengo 20, ¿qué? 20 y tantos. Y dijo, pues, ¿por qué duran tanto para poner un semáforo? Cuando estaba en mi apartamento, there were stop signs. There was no stop signs. And I was like, dude, we need a fucking stop sign here, here, here. And guess what? Everywhere I said, está un stop sign. I was like, oh, thank you. I should maybe, a eso me debo
Eso
dedicar
te
yo.
debes dedicar tú porque tú eres muy del... Sí, porque tú sí eres
Sí.
muy del tráfico. Yo no soy tan del tráfico, pero I feel
Sí,
like las
porque digo,
carreteras.
aquí debe haber esto, aquí lo otro, que ya, porque choca a la gente. La gente que no se fija, se va.
No, y aunque te fijes, sometimes pasan
También.
accidentes.
Sí.
Like, o sea, sí, algunas veces, like, sometimes, pues, pasan accidentes, pues, por eso existen los accidentes, hijo. Pero sí,
gente no
tener
se
un
fija.
poco más de control en las vías.
O tener más de una forma de llegar a un lugar, porque todos los que trabajamos on the east going to the west, oh god, Rio Bravo, Central, Blake, y todavía está en construction, or bridge, what is it? No, bridge.
la bridge está en construcción desde el año...
Like 3 years. That's another thing. Maybe instead of paying construction workers by
Vas a traerte a
hour,
los prisoners.
pay, o también si pudiera. Ah, no, pero después se escapan.
In handcuffs.
Órale.
Órale.
Para que sepan lo que es bueno, porque neta que uno paga un
A
buen
valorar.
uno paga por estos volcas también. Porque están ahí encerrados no haciendo nada, ¿no? Pónganlos, órale, a pensar y a trabajar. No, esa sí es otra, ponernos a trabajar. De alguna manera. Y que,
no, se te escapan después. Echan cosas ahí.
pues que los chequen, así como los. Bueno, a todos más les meten chingadera y media. Pero, anyways, ¿qué iba a decir? ¿Qué estaba diciendo Lupita? Oh, sí, que en vez de las construcciones, de esos de construction, en vez de pagarles por hora, páguenles por contrato para que se apuren porque se ponen todos a arreglar una carretera, todas esas carreteras que mencioné al mismo tiempo y se hace uno todo el trafical y digo, pues,
I know.
Be smart, do one at a time. Like, no, es que no sé si se le acaba el dinero o qué, o cuando vienen las elecciones, mira, ahí viene luego a la construction, a todo lo que da, porque pues quieren sus votos.
Pero I feel like, como dices tú, a lo mejor trabajar en un proyecto a la vez.
Sí.
Y sí, porque hacen 50 proyectos y no acaban ni uno. Y ahí estamos.
Y entiendo
todos.
Que también, como les pagan por hora, pues hacen güey. Porque yo les he visto con el bicho también, like, dude, you're not doing nothing. Like, 5 personas ahí y luego uno ya haciendo todo el trabajo y los otros nomás viendo. Digo, no, pues con razón duran 3 años para arreglar un pedacito y luego no lo arreglan todo de pilón y luego en vez lo dejan todo like,
Bumpy, yeah.
Me being criticized.
Tú ya sabes, en el de eso. No, sí, en serio. Like, hasta miedo tengo, llevo mi vasito aquí, hasta lo abrazo, pues vamos así, todos temblando. I'm like, oh, God. Casi se le salió un riñón. Dijo, se me hace que esas son las niñas, salió. Dijo una de las muchachas que trabaja ahí, y se me acaban de operar de la espina dorsal, dice, y luego que me subí en el camioncito, dice, no, sentí que se me salió el riñón, el hígado, dice, el páncreas, todo se me desacomodó, dijo, hasta el miedo me dio bajarme de ahí.
No, es que sí.
Like, pero sí. Bueno,
one last one. We haven't done this one.
Esta será la que yo pienso.
Immigration.
Yes, immigration. First of all.
Yes.
Dijo.
Esa hubiéramos empezado a para we left it for last.
No, pero esta es la buena. Híjole.
Ándale, Lupita. Go. I think we're gonna be similar in this one. I think. I hope. Go.
Mira, primero que nada, una amnistía. Like, what the heck is like going on? Like,
pero ¿quién, Lupita?
With 20, 30 years here working, like people that have been here living in the U.S., have not committed crimes, have a family, have bought a house. They're part of your society. You, of course, want them legal because you want them to be able to give back. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Yes.
Like, I
agree on the crime, but then sometimes I'm like, oh, I know people who are hardworking and fucked it up, but not like in a criminal elite. Well, it's like illegal, but
there's different levels of crime, no? Because, like, for example, if it's like
identity should not be as de super penado, like te chingas.
Super penadísimo.
Sí.
Like, if you have ever said like that you are a U.S. citizen, like there's no way you can fix your immigration status.
Well, that's different. Sí, ahí sí, porque pues you're lying. O sea que it's just giving like character, ¿verdad? Pero yo digo como cuando usan like alguien más y están trabajando nomás y like, dude, like, well, you're not gonna get him because now you have to be checking Social Security and you expect them to pay and do all this, and how they're gonna do it if they can't even get a job.
Pero también, like, there's a lot of people that have been, like, married, pues caen en la misma clasificación, because there's people that have been married for years, or just because they enter illegally, they're not able to fix their papers. Like, if they have a child that's
21 and older,
U.S. citizen, he cannot fix
that.
Like, he can help his parents fix their status because they enter illegally, even though they haven't committed anything.
Any crimes.
And they have been here for their, like, o sea, they have been here contributing to
society.
The society.
And yeah, like certain crimes like that. No, like, ya se andan matando y I'm sorry, dijo. Dijo, ay, sí. Pero, o sea, sí hay unos crimes que should be like, like, they're doing it for this reason. Like, it has a reason behind it. Not just because they're crazy or stupid and do, like, dumb decisions. But yeah, I agree on that, too.
Y honestly, los DACA. Like, well, yeah, 10 years, dijo, renewing. Y ellos, nada. Like, over there, free as a bird.
Why do you think they don't do it?
Because they keep getting money. Yeah. Because every single time you renew is like $600.
And how many DACA recipients is there?
Only I don't know, espérate.
Google it.
Dijo, yo pues soy la que no sé, dile.
Because I know they mention it a lot en las cifras, pero no me acuerdo. Was it like 2 million?
Y eso que no están aceptando nuevos. Nomás los que se quedaron desde que entró Trump y canceló eso. Pues ya no aceptaron nuevas aplicaciones. It says over 5,300,000, like medio millón, like 500,000.
Damn.
Active DACA recipients residing in the U.S.
Wait, 500,000?
500,000.
Oh, I thought a lot more. O casi el million.
No, pues casi un millón.
¿Cuántos
¿Qué más
somos
quieres?
en Estados Unidos? ¿Como 7? Hoy andamos más. Y hace mucho que no chequeo mis estadísticas en nota, ¿verdad?
Oye, tú sí eres muy de las
¿Sabes quién me las dice?
Ah.
Mi novio. Like, él siempre había y el otro día. Y toda la population hasta el estado. Nada más me está diciendo, no me da cuenta. How do you know that? I read it. I was like, oh. How do you remember it?
Oh my God.
Like,
Yo no soy tan de statistics.
Ni yo.
Like, yo
But
no
they're
veo nada.
interesting.
Pero mira, as of January 1 of 2024, pues no, ni somos tanto. Oh, sí. Bueno, no, sí. Es que no sé. This is a big number for me. Like,
Uy, yo estoy igual que tú.
dijo, estos ya no son millones, estos son billones. Porque un millón tiene 6. Y un billón tiene 9. Y un trillón tiene 12.
No, pues estoy peor, no, man. Oh, God.
But it says like 335.
No, that cannot be it,
893.
Lupita. Look, it's population in United States. In the last, ¿cómo se llama esa cosa que hacen cada
In
ciertos
the
años?
last census.
Sí, in the last census. There you go. Esa
Every
te va a
10 years.
Every 10 years?
The census is every 10 years. Sí, mira.
Holy shitos.
Eso son billones. Son 331,000 billones, 449, 281.
No más en Estados Unidos. No me puedo imaginar en todo el mundo.
Yeah. Pero Estados
Pues que no
Unidos.
estamos en 6 o 7 millones, no estamos triplicando. No, ¿cuánto?
No, depende, pues si no, México, ¿cuánta gente no hay aquí?
No tanta. Bueno.
No.
No tanta como en las ciudades grandes. Busca Chicago,
Imagínate Nueva
California. Oh, sí, también. Damn. We're overpopulating the earth.
A ver. Mira, a ver. New Mexico has 2,001,017,522 people. New Mexico.
No más, no me. Y eso que estamos chiquitos.
Ay, todavía no tantos. Yeah, but honestly, like going back, honestly, neta, la verdad, y no porque yo tenga DACA, pero sí, DACA. DACA, como el TPS con los salvadoreños, like, they go to struggle, like, eso no es tan fácil. And honestly, like, there's a lot of places que te ayudan, like, a llenar las aplicaciones y todo, but when it comes to immigration, it's scary. Like, neta, a mí sí me da cosita. Se me revuelve la panza cada vez que me llega. I'm like, oh, the time is coming. I have to renew. I'm like, hasta, no, I get like kind of
nervous. You know what? My mom's like that too. Every time we go to Mexico, she panics. I'm like, dude, you have like a papers. What are you panicking for? She's like, no, es que, like, se pone nerviosa. No la han visto cuando pasamos por ahí. Bueno, yo también me pongo nerviosa y dice que soy Siri. Porque mi mamá se pone toda pánica. Le baja el radio, despierta a todo el mundo que está en el carro, baja los vidrios. Mom, like, what the hell? No traes nada. Like, ¿por qué estás tan paniqueada? Tiene miedo que, pues, estos güeyes te la trozan y te la trozan. Like, and you fucked. I'm like, yeah, well, that's what you get for not becoming a citizen. Because you don't listen. But ya como que quiere, pero...
Yeah,
se va a esperar que se la hagan en español.
Oh, hopefully que sí. Because como dices tú, it's never late to learn. Pero, like, como regresando, like, el TPS, ¿tú qué piensas del asilo político?
Creo que dijo, no sé. Es que a esas marcas le dan todo, o sea, entiendo, ¿verdad? Pero... ¿y por qué no más ellos? Mexico being a neighbor country, they don't do nothing to them. They don't be like, this or that. No, I'm sorry. Ponte a trabajar. Bueno, no, sí que se pongan a trabajar como todos los demás, como los de mexicanos sí pueden, aunque no entienden el lenguaje. No, en serio.
Aquí todos a trabajar.
Órale.
Prisioneros, niños, adultos, ancianos.
Pues es que, honestamente, si no trabajas, ¿qué haces? Pues eso te mantiene tan... Es más, mira, cuando los sacan de la cárcel, dijo, les dicen luego o escuela o trabajo para que estés ocupado, para que no estés pensando en tonteras y estar haciendo crímenes. Which is true. When you're busy, you don't think about that stuff.
Yeah, because you don't have time.
And then, además de you don't have time and all that, don't you think it like, not motivates you, pero... O sea, no estás pensando en esas cosas que es, no, que... Like, yeah, I don't know. Just keeping busy helps with a lot of issues, I think.
Yeah. Pues honestamente, qué padre sería si nosotros fuéramos presidentes. Ya todos tuvieran los papeles, dijo. Tuviéramos bien happy.
Hopefully.
Todos trabajando.
Órale, just kidding.
7:00. Time to go.
Oh, I have one more. Last one, sorry. Taxes. All those rich people, I'm sorry, but you're going to get taxed a lot more than we poor people working class.
No, nosotros.
Porque no es justo, guys. Like, yo no puedo entender que eso sea justo. Que tienen billones o millones de dólares o whatever.
Trillones.
1% no sufren por nada, ni por nada, ni van a gastarse todo ese pinche dinero ni cuando se mueran, ni a sus familiares, yo creo. Pero ¿qué les cuesta ayudar a los demás abajo? ¿Por qué? ¿Para qué quieres 5 casas y puedes vivir nomás en una? ¿Para qué haces una casa de 10 cuartos cuando nomás vas a estar en un pinche cuarto? Like, no ocupan tanto. Y ustedes lo saben porque lo hemos dicho, no eres feliz. You're not happy. So, why not share and be happy? Everyone be happy. Like, si tienes una compañía bien grande y tus employees te están ayudando a crecer tu compañía, estás haciendo mucho dinero, ¿por qué no dar para atrás a ellos? Porque si no fuera por ellos, no tuvieras compañía, no tuvieras dinero. Tú solo no puedes. Los ocupas. So why not?
I understand you because honestly, I met this person and I've told you before her story. Like every single time she is like to pay taxes, like every single year the season comes, Uncle Sam comes and doesn't forget no one. She always has like a big amount to pay, and she's like, I always have to set up payments. She's all like, because I can't pay it. She's all like, and she's single by herself, has no kids, so she doesn't get nothing out. And she, like I've worked with her side by side, and I know like she does not have money.
She struggles.
Like, I know she's struggling. Like sometimes your car breaks, sometimes the heater gives up, sometimes
Your tire pops. Or...
Your tire pops. Like you need money to fix those things. ¿Sí me entiendes? And like she like I've seen her and she's like, yeah, the end of the year is coming and I have nothing safe. She's all like, how am I gonna have safe if I'm just working to live, not even for nothing else, but just to live. And like, como tú dices, los ricos should pay the amount of taxes that they should be charged. Because how can you say that por decir,
CEO
una
or whatever.
persona wealthy hasn't paid taxes in years, and a person that is working 40 hours plus 20-30 hours of overtime to just make their bills
Or
has to
self-employed.
pay $20,000 at the end of the year.
I totally agree. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're working for that, like, you shouldn't be paying taxes. I know que con todo lo que queremos hacer, digo, educación y tanta cosa, necesitamos money. I know, pero que la de los ricos, el que no tienen mucho, ¿qué les cuesta? No, like, neta, like, why not? Like, I don't know. It's because people are selfish.
Yeah.
Very selfish. And even like when it comes to political things, I think it's so hard to choose también because you agree with something de este, pero you do agree with this one. So dices, ¿cuál me afecta más a ti? So you're only thinking about yourself? Technically. Because nomás estás viendo qué me afecta a mí y qué no me afecta a mí. No en todos los demás, ni a todos como una sociedad. Porque esa es otra cosa, como lo hemos dicho, like, just being able to afford a fucking house. Like, we don't want luxuries. Like Lupita said, we want
Normal, basic.
Normal, the American dream, right? Lo que supuestamente que I don't even think it's a thing anymore. But
Like it's so
it's
sad
simple.
that people can buy a house. Like it's, and honestly, like mira, honestamente vamos a ser bien sinceras, Irene. We have worked, the time we worked together, we would talk about the same topics, and
Nothing has changed.
all of them were American citizens. They were struggling, as we were struggling too. Like this is not something that's
affects only whites or only Hispanics.
No, like we work with people from Africa, people from the Arabia Saudita, right? People from that were coming from Europe, people that were coming, like people United States citizens. Like it didn't affect in a specific race, because I feel that politics shouldn't split up people.
But that's what they do.
Yeah, but that's because of all the things we hear on the media. It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to come together, because the people that you're going to vote for to become a president is the person that is going to guide a country to be better for their people, for their people's needs. You should not be fighting about you're left, I'm right. You're not correct.
You're this
I'm
religion,
wrong.
You're that other religion.
Like it
Doesn't
shouldn't
matter.
be like you shouldn't need to offend no one at any rally just for you to get votes. You shouldn't be putting that on someone, all that hate on someone's heart just because you want their vote. No, it's not about you're white. It's not about
You're black,
just
brown.
morenita. It's not about that. It's about coming together. Imagine how cool, and I'm really honest to say, like, I'm a DACA recipient, but I know a lot of DACA recipients that have finished their school, and like, how cool would it be if those people could actually be able to be here legally? You know, like you have basically built and prepared them here their entire life, and now like you're saying like, oh no, like we can't give you the opportunity, or we can't do this. Like I just feel like we should be more united.
See.
Like there's no left, there's no wrong. It's just you electing the vote and what you think it's right. A lot of these times I feel we just get, ¿cómo se dice?
Hung up on something.
No, like como agua con chocolate, o como like the politicians, like I feel like nomás nos usan. Dicen
sí.
whatever we want to hear, because
Te echan,
ya
nomás
nos han lavado el cerebro tanto that all we hear es lo que nosotros queremos escuchar. So
saben.
if you're like against this, nomás de eso hablan. But it shouldn't be like that. Like a
But that's our fault.
politician should be a person that actually wants a change for their country,
For their
and
people, 'cause that's what
actually
government's
wants
for.
to be there for their people, and actually wants to help their people come out of all the situations that we address on this podcast. And for that reason, vote for us on Compartiendo Mitote.
Yes, please go on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook.
And follow us on our social medias, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.